Hello everyone, this is Caitlin with Mr. Ron LeGrand for another Ask Ron. How you doing today?
I'm outstanding.
Outstanding. Alrighty, well we're going to start out this week with Edgar Alexander of Florida.
Edgar.
I was talking to a real estate attorney about the purchase of a property, and he said I should create a corporation to buy the property because I would be more protected than I would be using an LLC. What is your opinion?
Well, first of all, an LLC is a corporation, so I don't know what he's talking about. And second of all, you're not more protected than you are buying it in a land trust. Buy it in a land trust. I just did a webinar on this stuff just a few minutes ago. I hope you watched it, but if you didn't, maybe we're going to do a replay. I don't know. Buy it in a land trust. And then whoever the beneficial interest in that land trust is just as protected as buying it in an LLC. I don't know why he says a corporation is better protection than an LLC. I don't find that to be the case. But the truth is both of them are wrong, because I buy it in a land trust.
Alrighty. Our next one's from Abraham Simmons of Georgia.
Abraham?
Is there any other documents needed to cash sale besides the PSA, authorization of release, and form for loan balance and tenant rent roll?
I assume that means you're selling a property cash. All you need to worry about is a purchase and sale agreement. If you're selling a property cash, you don't even need authorization to release or any of that stuff. Purchase and sale agreement, send to attorney, let attorney worry about the rest.
Okay, that was all he had. Our next one's from Philippe Negron of Arizona.
Okay, Philippe.
Okay, I was writing to ask about a paragraph within this agreement. I was reviewing it with my attorney, and he's stating that it doesn't make sense to him, so I wanted to find out the purpose and intention in this paragraph. This is for the lease agreement with option to purchase real estate, paragraph 16.
Okay.
Title, landlord/seller shall provide a transfer of land on or before closing, title to be free, clear, and unencumbered, except for existing mortgages, restrictions, and permitted encumbrance, I don't know how to say that, shown in paragraph 9. Title to convey to the tenant, buyer, and or assigns. He mentions that the word accept is what's causing the conflict.
Where's the word accept?
It is and unencumbered except for existing mortgages, restrictions, and permitted encumbrances.
And your attorney doesn't understand what that means, Philippe? I'm surprised. That means when the seller deeds the property to you, it may come with the mortgage. Of course, that's not going to be the case because your tenant buyer is going to go get a loan and cash everybody out anyway. But I'm surprised he doesn't understand what that says. So when you take a title subject to, you're taking over the loan. When you're buying with owner financing, you're wrapping the loan. You know what? If your attorney doesn't understand it, then let him change the words the way he understands. But don't let him mess around with the other cool stuff in there.
Awesome. Our next one's from Alpha Dixon of Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Do lease options require a security deposit?
Nope. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why. When you walk into the house and you come out with that lease purchase agreement signed, I assume we're talking about when we're buying, but it doesn't say, does it?
Yeah, she
Yeah,
says
okay.
she has a seller who is considered the lease
Okay.
option but wants a security deposit.
Well, the seller can ask for a security deposit, and if you want to give it to them, that's fine, but there's no place to put it in my lease option agreement. But, you know, if that's what it takes to get the deal done, you can just add it in there, but it is not required, nor is an earnest money deposit. Because if I walk in the house and get the lease option agreement signed, I'm closed. There's no escrow period. I'm done until sometime in the future when I cash that seller out. Unlike a purchase and sale agreement, if I go get a purchase and sale agreement signed, now I got an escrow period before I actually take title, so deposit covers that. But there is no deposit for escrow deposit or option deposit or anything like that in my agreement when you're buying it from a seller. But again, if the seller could force you to put up a security deposit, then so be it. But again, it's not built in, so you'd have to add it.
Okay. I have a seller, she also asks, I have a seller who said that they will sell, but they want the loan out of their names.
Then you can't help them. We're done with that question.
That's what I figured.
No way you can get the loan out of their name, and you will lose some deals because of that.
Okay. Well, our next one's from Kenny Nassar of Florida. I find that when calling a seller found in the lead service, very frequently they will ask how I found their property. The daily leads emails does not indicate a source. I found many of them not to be on Zillow, Trulia, or Realtor. I would rather not disclose that I received them from Ron's website, and I do not want to lose the trust of the seller by lying to them. I've already lost 2 sellers' trust by not disclosing a source. How do I respond to this question?
You respond is you don't know. You have a service that scours for sale by owners online, because that's all they do. So they're online somewhere, that's for sure, or you wouldn't get them.
Okay.
So your answer is we online, but we get them from several different websites. I'm not sure which one yours came from.
Okay. Our last question for this week is from Dr. Larry Holterrich of Kansas. I'm confused on the IRA LLC land trust process.
Okay.
When I buy properties, do I want them in a land trust owned by my LLC and have the LLC in the IRA? And if I can't be the manager of my LLC, who would you suggest I use as manager?
Got it. All right. Title goes into land trust regardless of who owns the land trust. One house, one trust. In this case, your LLC A would be the one your IRA owns. So your IRA owns the LLC, and your LLC is the beneficial interest of the land trust. You will have to find somebody to be the manager of the of the LLC, not you, not your linear descent. Brother, sister, employee, relative, anybody, because the truth is they don't do anything but sign checks anyway. So if you want them to, go ahead and get them signed a bunch of checks ahead of time. You don't even have to track them down every time you want a check signed. Because in reality, you're managing the whole process. I just do not want your name on checks, and neither will Quest. Quest will not allow you to form an LLCA if they find out you're the manager of that LLC that owns your IRA. For good reason. It's not illegal, but they're so afraid you're going to cross that big black line called a Mexican wall.
Well, that was our last question for this week.
That's all you got? Okay.
That's all we got.
I hope you guys caught my Structuring Your Empire webinar that we just did a while ago. If you didn't, I think we're going to do a replay on it, so make sure you get on that thing. There's a lot of valuable information on it. I'll see you next week.